Hey guys, Lex over here, and I'm driving into a neighborhood where I've got a listing in Pompano Beach, Florida, and I'm going to go check it out. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be looking at some other stuff, see what's on the market and whatnot. So one of the things when you're driving these neighborhoods that I like to tell people is that you got to go slow. Like I'm looking right now, I'm going at about 10 to 15, I'm going at 10 right now, but I usually go at around 10 to 15, and the reason you go so slow, which is incredibly slow, you can see, right, is because you want to notice things. So what I'm looking for is vacant, boarded up properties. So if I see a vacant or boarded up property, that's where I'm going to use an app like SendFuse or Deal Machine to send out some postcards. And if I see a property that's listed for sale, then I want to make a note of that. I use my Realtor.com app on my phone to see what price they're listing them at and get a feel for the neighborhood. Like as an example, this house over here, let me go and just turn it so you can see it. So that house over there where the white van is, that's a rehab that some investors have been working on, right? So I noticed that property when they purchased it, and I noticed them redoing the windows and redoing the exterior stucco, which they did a pretty good job on. I noticed how they have not done the roof yet. It'll be interesting to see if they do that or not. But here's what's interesting about real estate compared to other investments is that I can go and look what they paid for that just by looking at the address of the property and going to the property appraisal. I can see what they paid for it. And then I can also see, there's an interesting setup. This guy's got a house for rent with a top on the roof. So this house over here is for rent, and it's got a top on the roof. What looks like some kind of repair job and he didn't even bother doing. So it'll be interesting to see. I noticed he put a for rent sign last week. So driving through these neighborhoods and not just doing it one time, but like going through them all the time so that you see changes is very, very important, very key. So for example, when I drive through this neighborhood here, like here's a setup. Look at this house, right? So I'll go ahead and show it to you so you can see it, right? So it's an interesting setup because there's hurricane shutters on the windows, and the hurricane was more than 6 months ago. So the question is, why are there still hurricane shutters up, and is somebody living in that property or not? So there is a car there, a boat there, but it does not appear to me like somebody is living there, right? So driving through this neighborhood, I don't really see much for sale, but you can always find opportunities. For example, I just drove past a property with a blue top on it, so that indicates to me that they probably have some kind of a roof leak. They could be contracting with a roofer to sell the house, but they also might be a little, not really wanting to deal with it, especially if they don't have much money and maybe wanting to sell it. All right, so driving around neighborhoods like this is kind of fun, right? So here it is, it's a Monday morning, and this is what I do on a Monday morning. This is a classic example. Let me show you this house, because this is a good learning experience. All right, so take a look at that house over there, okay? So notice the complete shutters, right? So clearly nobody lives there. So this is the kind of situation where you want to get a hold of the owner and say, hey, listen, I'm interested in buying your house. Are you interested in selling it? I'd like to make you a cash offer, and I can close in 2 weeks, and see what they say, if you can get hold of them, right? So you could mail them a postcard or a yellow letter, or you could give them a call. If you can get them on the phone, skip trace their number, right? So Deal Machine's good for that, by the way. So driving through is very good. Like for example, let's say this street. So I drove from the end there to the beginning. So this specific pocket we're in is called Crest Haven. So it runs from 7th over there. I'm currently on 9th, and it goes down to about 5 streets more before it switches into another subdivision called Collier Manor, right? So basically, by gridding through, let's say I did that street, and now I'm gonna go along and see this house over here has been listed for sale for, I would say, at least 6 months, and the guy's asking like $279 or $289 for that house. This house just sold, I noticed, about a month ago. Had a for sale sign, and now people moved into it, right? So when you're going through the neighborhood like this, that's when you start seeing things, especially when you're not going too quickly. Like right now I'm going 20, which is a little faster than you should be going, because what you need to be able to do is look at every door. And why do you want to look at the doors? Because you see lock boxes. So if you see a lockbox in a door, it means either it's a rental property that's going to be rented, or case in point, there's a lockbox on that door right there. You see that? All right. So that property address, now I can jot it down and I can look at that and say, you know, what's the story here? There's a car parked in the driveway. So is that the owner's car? Is that property on the MLS? Did it just sell? Was it listed for sale? Is it about to be listed for sale? Or is it a rental property, right? So driving through, this is the kind of stuff that you see. Now, here's the thing that's interesting about this business. Some people view this as boring, right? They say like, wow, that kind of sucks driving around looking at houses. Well, it might for you, and if it does, then this probably is not a good business for you. But for me, I just went to the coffee place. I got my iced coffee, and I'm driving around, relaxed, casual, right? And usually on an expedition like this, driving around for a couple of hours, I can usually find a house. Okay, there's another house over there with a lockbox. See that? The lockbox on that. It looks like it's a little in disrepair. So these are addresses that you notice, right? So if I look at that, I see this property address is, where is it? 2810. And then I can go ahead and send them, look on the GPS on my car, see what street I'm on, and then I can go ahead and send them something, a postcard or whatever. So driving for dollars can be a lot of fun, but you really need to have a feel of the neighborhood and what you're looking for. And when it comes to fixing and flipping, this is even more important, because in fixing and flipping, you really need to have an understanding when you're buying a house what you think you can sell it for. And that's why it's so key for you to be taking a look at what other people are doing in the marketplace. All right, so as an example, I'm driving along these two streets and I've seen 0 for sale signs. And when I turned the corner over there, I saw 1 for sale sign by a guy who's asking too much, because he's asking $289 in a neighborhood where some stuff's going for $250. So that's why he's probably sitting. And also his property is not even rehabbed inside, meaning it's just an existing property. So these two streets that I'm driving right now, about 2 weeks ago when I drove the same streets, there were maybe 3 or 4 realtor signs. They're all gone. That means that stuff's gone pending. So that indicates to me demand. All right. And so if I'm looking on the MLS every day and I'm seeing how many houses are listed for sale in the subdivision and how many houses are listed for sale. Whoops, there's my listing. I almost passed my house. Let's go ahead and back up a little. All right, and there it is, right? So this is the house I'm gonna go check out right now. This is one of my houses that I'm in the process of rehabbing. You can see my sign over there. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna check this out. So now this house has been finished, the rehab's been done on the inside, and we just had a cleaning crew come on the weekend to clean it up. So the next step is we're gonna have a photography company come. It's called VHT Photography, and they charge around $220 or so, and they're gonna do these expert wide angle lens shots which are going to make the property really pop out in the MLS. So now this is like the last minute due diligence. I like actually doing this part myself because it's fun, maybe because I like the anticipated profit or return on the deal, but I like to do this last step myself. I get a gauge for inventory by being out on the street. I look on the MLS, I see what's available, I look at actives, I look at pendings, and I see where I want to price it. Ideally, I want to price it aggressively, meaning I don't want to put it $20,000 more than where I want to sell it at. I want to put it at exactly where I'm willing to sell it at, and my goal is to try and get an offer within the first 24 to 48 hours that's solid with multiple backups, so I can get the best, most solid offer and sell the house. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look inside. Okay, now we're inside the house, and let's go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a preview. So there's the kitchen. All right, and this is what a remodel kitchen looks like. Okay, so this, when we first picked up this house, this kitchen over here that you see over here was just really old-fashioned, like 1957 old cabinets, just nasty in the wall stove, you know, one of those old-fashioned stoves. So now we're giving it this new look, right? It's just pretty straightforward. Cabinet company, custom cabinets, backsplashes from Home Depot. This is granite we ordered from the same company that did the cabinets over there. Stainless steel appliance package. These appliances over here, it's kind of hard to see with a light. Let me go there. All right, so these over here that you see, right? As well as the fridge over here behind me. So these are all standard entry-level stainless steel package. And this stainless steel package over here was $1,800, right? So this specific house, the numbers on it were, I purchased it for $165,000. There are comps in this neighborhood in the $249, $255 range, but I'm going to probably price it aggressively at like around $239, right? So I can try and get a quick buyer on it. And as far as the repairs on this house, the roof was great. Kitchen we put $6,500 into. We spent another $8,000 or so. So I'd say about 15. Probably with holding costs and everything, probably spend 20 on it. So into it probably for about 185, and we're looking to sell it for probably around 240, even 230. Pretty nice profit, right? And this is just a standard rehab, right? So part of pricing these things on the market and knowing where to price them is looking on the MLS and seeing what's out there. And like I said, it's fun, you know, because you sell this house and you cash a check, and at the same time while you're preparing this house, you're looking out in the market and other potential deals, other properties that are on the market, and looking for more fix and flips, right? So I think it's a pretty fun way to spend your morning, and it's flexible. You've got financial freedom, and you can do this anytime you want and from anywhere, which is what I like so much about it, right? So it's an interesting AC pump going off there right now. It's I've never seen this before actually. It's kind of like a pump that drains the water overflow from the AC, which is interesting. But you know, doing this, driving around, pretty great way to, you know, I can do this for 3 hours, go grab some lunch, go work from my home office. If you want to learn how to do this, guys, I've just put together a brand new fixing and flipping webinar. You can go ahead, and I'll mention the link right now, and I'll also add it to this as well. So it's lexlevinrad.com/fix and flip webinar. So I hope to see you on it.